Welcome to Premier League Match Pack, your weekly guide to all the stats that matter. Just 4 games were played in the Premier League last weekend, increasing the total number to 273. 776 goals have been scored since the start of the season, with just under 3 goals on average per game. Last weekend, Bournemouth's Joshua King scored his first Premier League hat-trick, taking the overall tally this season to 9. And with Middlesbrough announcing the departure of Aitor Karanka, the number of managerial dismissals now stands at 6.
Manchester City's Champions League exit means their clash with Liverpool this weekend takes on even greater importance as the race for the top 4 hots up. It's another battle between two coaches with big reputations, but when it comes to Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp's respective records against the other teams at the top end of the table, the Liverpool boss has fared far better. Since the start of the season, Guardiola has won just a quarter of his contests. Klopp is undefeated.
It's interesting to look at the two styles of the sides as well, isn't it? I mean, with Pep wanting the ball to be played out the back, whereas Liverpool quite happy to knock quite a long ball, as they did against Arsenal, and then let the sort of 3 attacking options they have dictate play around the edge of the opposition's box. So again, there's 2 slightly different styles, if you like.
City's goalkeeping situation has generated plenty of interest this term. Many have questioned Claudio Bravo's shot-stopping ability, but he makes as many saves per game as Willy Caballero. Bravo's rate of conceding is significantly worse, although on average he's facing far more shots on target.
I don't stick up for goalkeepers for no reason. I look at the goals. I think Everton was a classic example. 4 shots, 4 goals. 3 goals, the first 3 goals he could do nothing about, absolutely nothing about, and the 4th one was in the 93rd minute, which made no difference on the result. However, Manchester City are winning games now, 3 clean sheets in a row in the Premier League, and arguably the decision by the manager to make the change has worked.
Much was made of Guardiola's decision to field a goalkeeper who could play out from the back. However, City have actually averaged more possession in the games that Caballero has played. That could have something to do with the two keepers' respective passing statistics. Both average the same number of successful passes per game, but despite Bravo's reputation, he's actually proved less reliable with the ball at his feet, and on average has given away possession more often than his teammates.
With Willy Caballero, he's trying to do exactly what Pep wants, not being exposed as much. The interesting thing that I found with Claudio Bravo, this is a guy who has got every tool in the book with regards to playing short balls, long balls, whatever, accurately as well. Because he came under so much pressure, you wonder whether it's a media thing, sort of a backlash with Joe, or perhaps the fact that Manchester City's defence isn't that good at playing that style of football that Pep wants.
With Caballero likely to continue in goal, he'll be hoping to keep Philippe Coutinho at bay. So often the bane of City, Liverpool's playmaker has put 4 Premier League goals past the men from the Etihad, more than he's managed against any other team. The most recent was in the corresponding fixture last season, when he and fellow Brazilian Roberto Firmino combined brilliantly in Liverpool's 4-1 win. Firmino, who also seems to enjoy facing City, missed the victory over Burnley, but he'll be pushing for a return at the Etihad.
What he had built with Coutinho was a wonderful relationship, and I think the injury to Coutinho sort of mid-season would have affected the way he was playing. Him, Lallana, I mean, those 3 up front, I mean, on their day, wow, what an exciting prospect that is.
The reverse fixture at Anfield was a tense, close-fought encounter, with Jorginho Wijnaldum's header the only thing separating the sides. That continued Liverpool's impressive recent record against City. The Reds have won 5 of the last 6 Premier League meetings.
The talent of Liverpool is there, definitely. Manchester City wanting to play out the back does cause problems. Every team that does it will inevitably have problems, and if you're going to cause problems in your own third, final third that is, then there's always a chance that goals will be scored.
Goals are always likely whenever these two teams are involved. Liverpool, the division's top scorers, City always a threat, but in this clash of styles, will Guardiola or Klopp prevail?
Our Match Pack question this week relates to that clash between Manchester City and Liverpool, as we're asking which player has scored the most goals in their 39 Premier League meetings. We'll have the answer for you later in the show. Earlier in the programme, we asked which player had scored the most Premier League goals in matches between Manchester City and Liverpool. The answer, it's the former Liverpool forward Ian Rush. The Welshman scored 8 times in their Premier League head-to-heads.